Jesus disappears from the Bible at the age of 12. There's another text called the Gospel of the Holy 12. And in the Gospel of the Holy 12, which was omitted from the Bible,
Billy Carlson, a dynamic American figure known for his diverse interests and pursuits, has captivated audiences through his exploration of ancient history, space anomalies, and esoteric knowledge. As an entrepreneur, author, researcher, and television host, he bridges the realms of science, spirituality, and ancient wisdom, offering a fresh perspective on humanity's past, present, and future. One of Carlson's most compelling contributions lies in his extensive research on ancient civilizations, where he uncovers evidence of advanced technologies that may rival or even surpass our own. Delving into the mysteries of ancient Egypt, Sumeria, and other early cultures, he proposes a more complex and interconnected human history than traditionally believed. Carlson's work not only illuminates the past, but also raises intriguing questions about the potential for rediscovering lost knowledge and technologies. Beyond his fascination with ancient civilizations, Carlson is a passionate advocate for space exploration and the search for extraterrestrial life. He meticulously examines space anomalies, highlighting unexplained phenomena captured in NASA images and other astronomical data. His interest in the cosmos extends to a broader call for scientific inquiry into the existence of extraterrestrial intelligence and its potential impact on humanity. Carlson's prolific writing further reflects his diverse interests and commitment to knowledge sharing. His books often blend scientific research with metaphysical insights, inviting readers to expand their understanding of reality. Titles like Compendium of the Emerald Tablets and Woke Doesn't Mean Broke showcase his multifaceted approach, combining ancient wisdom with contemporary themes to empower and inspire. Carlson's explorations also touch upon the nature of time, consciousness, and the development of artificial intelligence. He challenges conventional notions of time, suggesting that it may be a tool to be mastered rather than a linear constraint. Furthermore, he emphasizes the importance of conscious programming in the development of AI, advocating for spiritually aware individuals to guide this rapidly advancing technology. Carlson's unique perspective extends to reinterpreting religious texts, such as the Bible. He highlights mistranslations and alternative interpretations, offering a fresh understanding of biblical figures like Jesus and Mary Magdalene. By questioning established narratives, he encourages a more nuanced and open-minded approach to spirituality and history. The original biblical term for virgin in Aramaic, the language spoken during Jesus' time, was mistranslated into Greek. The Aramaic word used did not specifically denote virginity, but rather meant young woman. This mistranslation significantly impacted the narrative of Jesus' birth and his mother, Mary's, supposed virginity, which became a cornerstone of Christian doctrine. Some scholars suggest that the Anunnaki, powerful beings described in ancient Sumerian texts as having descended from the heavens, may have played a role in shaping these narratives. These Anunnaki, who later became the leaders of Atlantis, were believed to have grown greedy and power-hungry, proclaiming themselves as gods and vying for control over resources and people in ancient Egypt. The Bible, drawing from Sumerian tablets, also recounts the story of the Tower of Babel, explaining the origins of different races. This narrative, echoed in numerous ancient texts from around the world, speaks of beings from other planets who visited Earth. These beings, resembling humans in some ways, possessed the ability to manipulate their environment, a crucial skill for interstellar travel. Their interactions with early humans may have contributed to the development of different cultures and languages, as described in the Tower of Babel story. Beyond these accounts, these ancient texts also mention multidimensional beings, a concept supported by modern quantum physics. Dimensions, according to this theory, exist in close proximity, and by shifting atomic structure, one could potentially move between them. This theory could explain some paranormal phenomena, such as apparitions and unexplained appearances, as interactions with beings from other dimensions. The universe, according to these ancient texts and modern theories, is teeming with life, not just on Earth, but throughout different dimensions. While some higher dimensions may not support physical bodies as we know them, consciousness can still exist. These dimensions can be visualized as progressive layers of complexity. A single line represents the first dimension, a house built from lines represents the second, and the third dimension allows us to perceive and manipulate the lower dimensions. Beings in higher dimensions, such as the fourth, fifth, and sixth, are said to perceive the past, present, and future simultaneously. From their vantage point, they observe our actions in the third dimension, understanding the consequences of our choices before we even make them. Theoretical physics suggests that our brains may have the capacity to connect to these higher dimensions through synaptic activity, potentially linking us to the Earth's consciousness as well. As humanity undergoes a mass awakening of consciousness, it might trigger a shift in Earth's dimension. While the physical third dimension would remain, our perception would change, allowing us to perceive all of the time at once, tap into our inherent abilities, and recognize our interconnected spiritual nature. We would no longer be limited by linear time and could experience a profound sense of unity with all of creation. The fourth dimension, described as a tesseract or Metatron's cube in ancient texts, is where we exist as shadows of our higher selves. This creates a fractal holographic matrix in the third dimension, a construct within which we navigate our physical lives. Conscious thought and quantum entanglement, the phenomenon of interconnectedness between particles, can connect us to other realms and dimensions, transcending physical limitations and allowing us to explore the vastness of the universe. Mathematics, often referred to as the language of God, provides a framework for understanding our existence within this light matrix. This matrix, based on Adinkra codes from the Dogon tribes of Mali, is represented in the flower of life, a sacred geometrical pattern reflecting the progression of life. This pattern is found in cells at the base of the human spine, mirroring the cosmic pattern on a biological level, suggesting a profound interconnectedness between the microcosm and the macrocosm. Exploring beyond what we know about space and time has led to some amazing discoveries. We've found that everything is connected by an energy web, symbolized by the ancient flower of life. The flower of life is a detailed geometric design made of overlapping circles. It's been respected for thousands of years in many cultures. You can find it in places like the Temple of Osiris in Egypt, where it was carefully etched into walls over 6,000 years ago, and in ancient Chinese temples, where it sits under the paws of Fu dogs. People believed it held the secrets to understanding the universe, a thought that fascinated brilliant minds like Leonardo da Vinci, Isaac Newton, and Pythagoras. These great thinkers spent their lives trying to decode the mysteries within the flower of life. They believed it contained the blueprint of the universe. However, they were limited by the knowledge of their time and saw things only in two dimensions, making it hard to fully understand this complex symbol. A major issue was their belief in straight lines. For a long time, Euclidean geometry, which focuses on straight lines and perfect angles, shaped our understanding of the world. But nature doesn't follow these strict rules. The universe is made of energy, which moves in curves, spirals, and vortices. Galaxies spin in huge cosmic dances, waves ripple across oceans, and even tiny particles move in intricate patterns. Straight lines, as we know them from Euclidean geometry, are just a simplified way to see things and don't reflect the true dynamic nature of reality. This realization changes how we see the universe. While Platonic solids, Shapes with straight lines and perfect angles might appear in our perception. They aren't the true nature of reality. The universe is made of electromagnetic waves that carry energy, frequency, and vibration through space. When these waves meet conscious thought, they form the shapes we see, giving us the illusion of solid objects, space, and separation. But this is just an illusion created by our minds. Beyond this illusion, the only real thing is consciousness. This core essence of being has split into countless entities across the universe, stemming from a pattern called the Vesica Piscis, which is part of the flower of life. Each intersection in this pattern represents a source of energy that creates life in the third dimension. This idea connects with biblical references to the matrix, meaning womb. The Bible talks about leaving the matrix, or womb, as a step needed for birth, which parallels the concept that life springs from these energy intersections in the flower of life. The flower of life isn't just a geometric pattern, it's also seen as a creation blueprint. It symbolizes the connection of everything, showing the unity of all existence. The energy grid it forms links us all, creating a tapestry of consciousness that goes beyond space and time. By understanding the flower of life and its energy grid, we can uncover the universe's secrets and our place in it. We can move past our limited three-dimensional view and adopt a broader understanding of reality, recognizing the interconnectedness of everything and the boundless potential of consciousness. We are luminous beings, composed of light. Everything within the third dimension, from our bodies to the chairs we sit on, is fundamentally light. The illusion of solid matter arises from the slowing down of light waves. Our consciousness, interacting with these waves, collapses them into what we perceive as tangible objects. If we could adjust the atomic frequency of our hand to match that of a chair, our hand would seamlessly pass through it, highlighting the vast emptiness that exists within atoms. This same principle applies to celestial bodies. The merging of galaxies, like our Milky Way with Sagittarius, is possible due to the immense space between their constituent stars and planets. Everything in the universe follows a fractal pattern, where the whole is reflected in its parts. We, as light beings, are fractals of consciousness, which is itself light. Like a hologram, where a tiny fragment contains the entire image, albeit with reduced resolution, our realm is a fractal of a larger whole. An atom reveals the structure of the universe, and human beings are microcosms of the cosmos. Our individual consciousness, though unique, is a fractal of the master consciousness that permeates all of existence. Every thought we have radiates outwards as a light wave, a phenomenon that underlies the concept of quantum entanglement. We are all interconnected within the energetic grid created by the flower of life. When two particles are entangled, changing one instantaneously affects the other, regardless of the distance between them. This seemingly impossible feat is possible because we exist within this matrix, where distance is an illusion. The flower of life is the blueprint for this fractal holographic universe, projecting the illusion of the third dimension. While this doesn't negate our existence, it reveals the mechanism behind our perceived reality. Consciousness, intervening in the flow of energy, slows down the frequency and vibration of electromagnetic waves, giving rise to the illusion of solidity, matter, distance, and locality. We exist within this grand experiment, this creation, as suggested by ancient texts. Our purpose, it seems, is to gather information and data. Like the human brain, shrouded in darkness, we send out our five senses to collect information from the external world. These senses, unable to interpret the data they gather, deliver it to the brain, which then constructs a holographic representation of reality based on its limited understanding. In a similar way, we, as individual consciousnesses, gather experiences and information throughout our lives, transmitting this data back to the source of consciousness, allowing it to experience itself subjectively from every perspective in the third dimension. The energy that fuels this entire process, in my view, emanates through the flower of life. It involves electromagnetic waves, dark energy, and dark matter, the latter two being beyond our current frequency of perception. All of these elements are ultimately composed of light, and when we have a sudden insight or creative breakthrough, we may be tapping into this universal reservoir of knowledge through quantum entanglement. However, there are forces at play in our society that seek to suppress our awareness of this interconnectedness and our inherent power as light beings. These forces, often through chemical means like microplastics, are attempting to manipulate and control us. Microplastics, pervasive in our environment and food supply, have been shown to have detrimental effects on hormonal balance, particularly in men, leading to reduced testosterone levels and impaired decision-making. This can Our brains constantly transmit information through these light waves, and this information persists in space-time. Sometimes, when a new idea comes to us, it may not be entirely original. Instead, we might be downloading information that already exists in the field of consciousness. Scientists have discovered that our brains can quantum entangle with other thoughts in space-time, allowing us to access a vast reservoir of knowledge. The key is to discern and understand this information, and then take action to manifest it in our lives. By recognizing our interconnectedness and the power of our thoughts, we can tap into the infinite potential of the universe. We are not just passive observers, but active participants in the creation of our reality. By raising our vibration, embracing positivity, and collaborating with one another, we can co-create a world that reflects our highest aspirations. When we use phrases like your program code or operating off your code, we're referencing a scientific reality. DNA, the fundamental building block of life, possesses an astonishing capacity for data storage. A single gram of DNA can hold an estimated 433 petabytes of information, a staggering amount that could revolutionize data storage technology. This potential was demonstrated by scientist George Church, who replicated his ebook 80 billion times and stored it within a single gram of DNA. This feat highlights DNA's ability to store data volumetrically rather than linearly, utilizing the 4 nucleotide bases, A's, C's, T's, and G's, to encode information. This opens up new possibilities for data storage, with DNA potentially replacing traditional methods in the future. But DNA doesn't just store genetic information. It also carries epigenetic memories, which are experiences and traumas inherited from our ancestors. This ancestral programming, spanning 15 to 20 generations, can be imprinted onto our DNA, influencing our physical and emotional states. This explains why some individuals experience unexplained depression, PTSD, or anger, as these could be echoes of past traumas. The good news is that we can re-encode our DNA and break free from these inherited patterns. Scientists have found that simple practices, like writing and speaking positive affirmations about ourselves, can change our DNA. By consistently affirming our positive qualities, we send signals to our bodies that can rewrite our genetic code, leading to transformative personal growth. Travel is another powerful tool for raising consciousness and reprogramming our DNA. Stepping outside of our familiar routines and exploring new environments can broaden our perspectives, challenge our assumptions, and trigger personal growth. By exposing ourselves to different cultures and ways of life, we can unlock new levels of understanding and expand our consciousness. As we question the nature of reality and challenge mainstream narratives, we embark on a journey of self-discovery. This process ignites a spark within us, activating dormant information encoded in our DNA. We are not seeking new knowledge, but rather confirming what our bodies already know on a deeper level. This awakening coincides with a significant cosmic event: our solar system's alignment with the equator of the supermassive black hole at the center of our galaxy. This alignment, identified by scientists in 2013, places us in a unique position to receive and process cosmic energies that can accelerate our evolution. We are living in an age of questioning and seeking answers, and the answers lie within us, encoded in our DNA. Our solar system is not static. It undulates in a rhythmic dance around the Milky Way galaxy. Currently, we find ourselves at a pivotal point, precisely aligned with the equator of the supermassive black hole residing at the galaxy's center. This celestial phenomenon, identified by scientists in 2013, coincides with an era of heightened curiosity and questioning, as humanity seeks answers to profound existential questions. Institutionalized systems that govern our lives often rely on fear as their primary tool of control. From our earliest days in school, where we are conditioned to fear poor grades and disciplinary action, to the societal pressures to conform to rules and regulations to avoid imprisonment, fear permeates our lives. Religion, too, often utilizes fear to maintain control over its followers. Fear is a potent motivator. When we perceive a threat, our bodies react instinctively, triggering the fight-or-flight response. Our minds race to find solutions to mitigate the perceived danger, making us susceptible to manipulation. The ruling elite, well aware of this vulnerability, use fear to steer our actions and maintain their power. They create problems, wait for our fearful reactions, and then present themselves as saviors with predetermined solutions. This strategy allows them to manipulate all sides of a conflict, further solidifying their control. Fear is the glue that holds these institutions together, keeping us locked in a cycle of dependency and subservience. However, fear is not an inherent reality. It is a construct, a product of our thoughts and beliefs. It is false evidence appearing real. While it may feel very real to those experiencing it, fear is ultimately a choice. We have the power to break free from its grip and choose a different path. The key to liberation lies in embracing unconditional love. When we operate at this frequency, which resonates with the 528 Hz frequency associated with healing and transformation, we tap into our true potential. Unconditional love fosters unity and allows us to reclaim control over our lives and our planet. It is only through unconditional love that we can elevate ourselves and each other to the next level of consciousness. Hoarding, greed, and other negative behaviors belong to the dark side of existence. To embrace the light, we must cultivate love and compassion for all beings, regardless of their differences. By transcending fear and embracing unconditional love, we can break free from the chains of control and create a world based on harmony, collaboration, and mutual respect. We can manifest a reality where we work together to uplift one another, recognizing that our collective power is far greater than any individual's ambition. The choice is ours to make.